Hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly podcast, No More Excuses. This is your opportunity for Monday motivation. Well, at least that's the goal. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to the new listeners, the veteran listeners, and I am coming to you from sunny California. And I help people realize their badassness. So thank you for being here. Thanks for sharing the podcast with others. Click it and share it on your social media. It's helped me, which is awesome. I really appreciate all of you who share the podcast weekly because it's helped me get listeners all around the world, which is super cool. And all right, so the last few podcasts have been about environment, changes, adventure, and settling in. What comes from the adventure is now, right? What changes have you made or do you want to make? What new adventures do you want to have? What new adventures have happened since making changes? And as many as you, I made the huge change from Indiana to California. Yes, my other half, my man Candy, moved out here. He accepted a job offer. And why not? Why would I not go, right? I mean, I've never lived, since I was the age of 6, coming from upstate New York, I've never lived outside of Indiana. So why was it so important for me to get out? Perhaps it's my adventurous spirit I feel like was being crushed. Perhaps I'm full of curiousness. Perhaps the feeling of wanting more and to play bigger. I'm jumping out here into California and boy, I am just a tiny little fish in a very big pond. And it's exciting, right? I don't know for sure why I had that urge to get out. Perhaps a little bit of all of what I mentioned, but I do know for sure is that this 1 week into this new adventure has created changes. So from the changes has created adventure, allowed this opportunity for adventure, and now the opportunity or the adventure has created more change. It's created changes in my weekly routine, my daily routine. Hell with weekly, my daily routine. With the time change, I'm starting to get on calls 3 hours earlier. It's affecting my workout schedule, and I am a creature of habit if you know me. When I'm eating and when I'm working, it's also changed how I coach. Most of my clients were in person. Now they're via Zoom, FaceTime, or on the phone. And it's interesting how even deeper with the how I coach and the client calls, the sessions have been bigger. We've gone deeper. We've had more time. And perhaps not being in person, we've not chit-chatted as much. I don't know. But it's been more intentional and we've been able to work through a lot more. And it's been really crazy big movement and progress for a lot of the clients. And it's changing how I'm scheduling. Obviously, crossing into different time zones can be tricky. And I may be done, finished at 3 p.m. Pacific time, which allows me to walk to the beach, which is a huge change. But I'm done earlier, if you can imagine. So change. It took change to make this adventure happen. This new normal for life. And getting settled in is now part of this, right? And in turn, it's created more change, like I mentioned earlier. Many people fear change, hate change. Some people welcome it and embrace it because of what it allows for. New opportunities. As I'm finding out, upping my game, making more changes, right? I no longer have a walk-in closet to record in, so I need to create a space. I'm actually in the spare bedroom closet, so I have no idea how it sounds today. We'll find out. And so more than likely, I'll have to get a better microphone. And all this wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have figured out, or I probably wouldn't have realized I needed to up my game without this change. Sometimes we just get a little status quo, right? A little complacent. I've talked about that in podcasts. But, that last week was about getting settled in as well as hitting the ground running. Wednesday and Thursday, I had 4 to 5 calls each day and started at 6 a.m. And on Friday, I had a 5-hour coaching practicum call, which is part of my certification. So last week, as much as I wanted to just relax and get settled in, hit the ground running. It's like rubbing my belly, patting my head, which is like any business owner, what we do, right? Settling in while working and realizing what needs to change, what I need to do to up my game. What are you going to do to up your game? Last week, one question I asked all of my clients, it sort of goes along with a few weeks ago with the change in your environment, but I said, what more can you do to upgrade your environment? If price was no object, world was whatever open to you, what would you do to upgrade your environment to help you create more success? Obviously, I realized I needed to ask myself that. And I just mentioned, I'm going to need a new microphone and more than likely a new computer. Last week, I recorded this session in my car. I did not miss a beat. So thinking about back the last few weeks, what changes have you made in your environment? The spring cleaning. What adventures have come or are coming to a point because of the changes? And what changes need to occur because of the adventure? And what upgrades, again, so that's the big question of the week, what upgrades could you do to your environment to be the most successful? And, like I've mentioned a few times, it's the fourth quarter, right? What are you going to do to finish strong? So if you need to make these changes, again, all this is about the fourth quarter, making the changes, looking back at your year and going, okay, I need to spring clean and then create new adventures. And then from that, what changed and what can you do to upgrade your environment to help you finish the strongest you can possibly finish, right? All right, email me, sballard@growingforward.biz or post here. If you could do anything to upgrade your environment, who or what in your environment to ensure a successful end to 2019, what would it be? Have an amazing week. I look forward to hearing from you. Cheers.